Welcome back, everyone. I'm John. This is my channel, Elite Gamers United, and today I'm excited to review a game that's part of this homebrewed STG collection. It's a Shmup collection on Dreamcast. Little game called Borderdown. So I'm going to start with this. Borderdown is a Naomi-based architecture shoot 'em up from the early 2000s. I think 2003 specifically. I'm going to just go right into it. And I want to start with the visuals now. As I just said, it's a Naomi-based arcade game, so you know the graphics are going to be having high frame rates, running smooth, looking pretty good overall. This game specifically has some really cool effects. I like the environmental lighting. It's got some really big boss battles. The explosions are really good. However, the explosions, when you defeat a boss, cause some slowdown. Now again, right after it, the game goes to the in-between screen, in-between stage screen, so it's really not that big of a loss. Again, there's some notes here. The running on Naomi architecture, you can tell it was an arcade game. Overall, the visuals are pretty good in this. However, I think the ship designs are a little bland, not tragic. And the frame rate takes a big dip when you blow up a boss. Other than that, the laser effects, the main machine gun, your primary weapon that you use actually looks pretty cool. It's like a laser. Overall, I'd say it's a good looking game. Definitely not a showcase for what the Dreamcast could do, but a good overall game visually nonetheless. In the sound department, okay, here's where I think the game is the worst. The music is totally boring. It sounds very generic. It's very generic Japanese shmup affair. The explosions and the sound effects are pretty good. The explosions sound the best. The regular weaponry and the enemy weapons are of little to no fanfare. Big deal. But again, I'm starting to really notice that most shoot 'em ups, they don't really emphasize your main cannons, your main weapons in the sound department. So I really can't hold that against it for just doing what has always been traditional to a degree. The controls, I'll tell you, the controls. Why on a Dreamcast, when you have this wonderful stick, this wonderful analog stick, do they make games, the shoot 'em ups, use the D-pad? I don't understand it. I never did, and I never will. The game's controls, this actually uses 3 buttons. Your main artillery fire, your main weapon, your bomb, and speed. You can change the speed for, there's 3 different settings: slow, medium, and fast. And truthfully, you will be switching between them when the screen gets cluttered, with bullet hell-esque stuff flying at you. Overall, I'd say the controls, it's very easy to pick up and play, as most shoot 'em ups should be. Shoot 'em up is a game you play when you want to relax. At least that's how I look at them. The gameplay. Okay, this is where the game takes a few liberties with the tried and true formula. Most games, when you die over and over, it gets it gets a little easier. In this game, it goes opposite. If you start on normal, like 3 lives, you got 3 borders. They're called borders. The first one on the easiest difficulty is a longer stage, but again, it's easier. If you die, 1 hit, you're done. If you die, you border down. Then you go into medium, where the stage is slightly shortened, or they advance you up a little bit, and the enemies get harder. And then the third stage, if you die, your third life, is Mania. Very short level, but it's on the hardest difficulty. It's weird to get used to. I don't really think the concept is anything brilliant other than doing the opposite of what most games should do when if you suck at them or if you die over and over. This game is a hard game overall. Mainly because the speed of your ship, you'll never know if you're going too fast or too slow. And even on fast, just tapping the D-pad moves your ship quite a far distance. I think the gameplay does have a lot of interesting mechanics in terms of the laser. Regarding your main weapon, if you just hit A or keep tapping it, you'll fire off homing shots. Whereas holding it, you forego the homing shots and you get your straightforward shot. I like that. I think that's adds a little variety to a game where the weapon pickups just power up the laser gauge. The longer the gauge, the longer you can fire off your special, which in this case is a giant pink laser. When enemy bosses use a giant laser back at you, they collide and they have a big blast, and either you out-survive him and rack up your combo gauge, or you break the combo gauge and move out of the way and blast the boss with the giant laser that you've powered up. I think those are pretty cool little touches. Overall, though, the gameplay, it's nothing special. The whole Borderdown mechanic is just an opposite way of making the game harder while giving you a shorter level. The game does have a remix mode, which changes the time of day, a couple things in the stages, the enemy placement, the enemy weapons that they use against you. I can't say it's better or worse. I have gameplay up here for both of them. Overall, I think this is it's a decent game. It's not great. I'm not a huge fan of this game. Is it a bad game? No. Overall, actually, I'm adding a new end card with the final score. I would probably give this game probably about a 6 out of 10. And you'll see my breakdown on the following card. Hope you guys have been enjoying my reviews. I'm trying to get more reviews out. And the next few games, again, are going to be shmups from this STG collection. So I hope you all enjoy. And here's the final score for Borderdown on the Sega Dreamcast. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in a couple days with my next one. Thank you all. Have a good evening.